Law Department. Thank you, Ms. Nicole. Thank you.
You're welcome. Cushingberry.
Mr. Chairman, we always send our requests to the President's office anyway, even when it comes from the committee top. So when I made the request, it would come from the President's office. That's just the way our formality inside of the council works. Two, we asked for the opinion so that we could tell you if there was any sections that we didn't think that we would stand. This is the same law department is going to have to also review it for the Board of Review, the Election Board of Review. So we're telling you that the $5,000, the way you have it structured in your language, probably won't stand legally. And what that means is that we had to go to what we know will stand, which is the $500 misdemeanor, because that's what we're authorized to do. The city is limited in what it can do, including how we vote on things, or if people vote on things in terms of what the interaction between the state constitution and state law, the Home Rule Cities Act that allows us to do things. That's why we asked for the opinion in the first place. I think this is a good job, Mr. Toaz. This is a very good job of mimicking what they've asked us to do. And I'm prepared to, work with you, and I hope you do meet with him. And I hope Tom takes the time to study it, since he needs more time as a non-lawyer to be able to study the language, to understand that he's got everything but the exact amount that he wants in terms of the fines in this ordinance and more. Because this requires every 4 hours, in addition to the posting at the end. So that's 3 times more protections for you than what you originally asked for. And I think that's probably good just for the perception of reality. Since we all are talking about Descartes today, the great French philosopher, and the perception of reality as opposed to what reality really is. The previous speaker talked about it. And then that would give people the opportunity to be able to say, well, I can see them every 4 hours. So, no, Mr. Toaz, I think you did a great job. And the wheels of government is always cranky. It's not always smooth, and all the clogs don't always run as nice. 2 things sometimes they said over years in my legislative experience that you should maybe not want to see done is how you make sausage and how you make laws. Because people equally, they can sometimes turn your stomach. But I do think that we will get to the end of it. Mr. Chairman, if we do need to send the language now that he proposed to the Board of Elections.
Well, they have a language of the initial initiative, correct, Mr. Toaz? Yes, Mr. Chairman. And the language from the draft, we can send that, but this is language we can approve from the draft without the election commission. Yes, Mr. Chairman. So let me stop here and let Mr. Barrow speak, and we're going to wrap up the discussion, and we'll set a discussion for next week.
Okay, Mr. Barrow?
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. I certainly hope that the use of words to wrap up doesn't cause me to have to rush through what I'm about to say.
All right. We do have more than 10.
That's right. First, I do want to say, Mr. Cushingberry, I really do take umbrage and object to the condescending manner in which you addressed me.
That's right. That's right.
You're just wrong. Don't call me a non-lawyer. I know clearly how things function in the law. I find that an offensive remark. And you're referring to me by my name, Tom, and I refer to you by Mr. Cushingberry in this environment. Secondly, let me speak to the issue that's being raised. All of this could have been resolved some time ago had this been communicated with this committee, and I do not believe that Mr. Toaz is operating unprofessionally. Quite frankly, he reminds me of myself as a new accountant at Arthur Anderson Company. So I do respect him as a professional. But the chair does not know that May 28th letter that you're referring to did not reach me until July 1. 1 month and 3 days later. It is clear to me that something is being manipulated. When I come into this room, and I come in with an open and pure heart in the interest of being professional and to make this happen in a logical way, and I'm still interested in doing that. The proposal that Mr. Toaz has here today and that this law department proposes changes substantially. Now, as a non-lawyer, but certainly a deep-seated technician who understands the law and can read it, it is clear to me that this would modify completely what you may think is happening. I can tell it will not be happening, such that you would have that confidence if I spoke to all of you and told you what the underpinning of all this would be. So that's why I have a difficult time with this. Had somebody met with me, Mr. Chairman, and if they're still amenable to meeting with me, I'm prepared to do that so that we can draft a document with a timeline certain that we can come back to this committee and can move this forward. I'm keenly interested, but I can't keep walking out of the community and having all these people showing up and going at my throat every time I turn around as if I'm delaying when I'm not. So all I say here in closing, Mr. Chairman, is that the document that comes back to you here, that comes back, I would suggest that it be a document that the Citizens for Detroit's Future is consistently agreeing with, and is something that we can live with. Otherwise, you know, this has become something that you all proposed that you never did before, and it's not what we were looking for.
Mr. Barrow, thank you very much. You're much better than we are. You got it July 1st, we got it July 7th. So you're doing much better than we were.
So don't you look and see, well, how could that be if it's dated May 28th?
And it's not a funny issue.
No, it's not him. It's not him. It's not him. It's not her.
We ought to look at everybody.
You know what it means, Mr. Chairman.
Everybody.
You know what it means.
So next week, this is what we're going to do here. We're going to set a discussion for next Wednesday. And I'll say it again, this is a draft. There's no way we can approve an ordinance today. 3 people here to report the entire council. We set a discussion so that you can have the opportunity to hear if you want to have some language that you're concerned about. We'll set a discussion for next Wednesday, and after that, we will, if there's changes and back to law, we get it back to us and set the public hearing after that.
So are he and I meeting to talk about this, or I'm coming?
You all will meet. You all can set that offline and where you're going to do it.
I didn't hear you, Mr. Chairman. What did you say about a meeting?
I hope you all will meet.
Who will meet?
So I hope you and Mr. Toaz will meet.
Me and Mr.
I hope you all will. I can't set a schedule for him.
That's right.
So you all work that offline, Mr. Barrow. But next week, you are more than welcome to come back as we discuss, have a set discussion for the draft order that we all received today.
And when he and I meet, are we supposed to mutually draft something that's agreeable to the both to ultimately come back?
No, he's drafting the orders for the city of Detroit.
That's right.
And you can share with him what your concerns are, and if we can possibly do some things that fit within our parameters. All right, Mr. Toaz, long? I think I said that as a non-lawyer also. I think I said that.
So why am I meeting then if my
Right.
is up in here?
Right.
You all gonna be quiet back there. Right. You're gonna be quiet and listen. Because those who are watching cannot hear what we're saying.
Mr. Chair, if I may.
And I'll stop right here and we won't do anything.
We don't want you to do that.
We had the same discussion the last 3 weeks, Mr. Tom Barrow being here, and we got a lot done. So we're gonna do that today as well. What I'm saying, Mr. Barrow, is when you all meet, there may be some things you might be able to add in here or take away. But if it's not legally in parameters, we can't put it in there. So I'm not saying with your meeting is significant, inconsequential, not at all. But I can't set Mr. Toaz's schedule. So you all meet, set that time. And if I need to be there or whoever needs to be there, we'll do that before officially from this body here. We'll have a discussion set. We might have some changes as well. This body, when you get the councilman, have some changes as well. We'll set a discussion for next Wednesday in this committee here. And Mr. Barrow, as you've been there last month, you're more than welcome to come back anytime, sir. All right, Mr. Toaz, do you have any closing words?
Just that I take this process very seriously, and I take the input very seriously. This draft was meant as an anticipation of what Citizens for Detroit Future would want, and trying to make it the best that we could. We did not intend to railroad the process, did not intend to destroy the process. So any input that Mr. Barrow has, so much as I can put it in there, I'd be happy to.
I like the guy, actually.
Thank you, Mr. Barrow, Mr. Toaz, Mr. Long. Thank you all very much. Is there a motion to bring this back in 1 week? And we will set a discussion for next week, and we will say interviews next week. Let's set this for 10 a.m. 10 a.m. next Wednesday. All right?